Hola mi gente, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sean. This is We Are Investing, a channel that's dedicated in investing and personal finance. On today's video, I'm going to be going over a 529 plan, also known as a college saving plan. In this video, I'm going to go over what this plan is, how you can use it, the benefits, and why I personally am using a 529 plan. Now, if you're new to this channel, welcome. This is We Are Investing, and please consider hitting that subscribe button, ringing that bell, and smashing that like button. We go over all things regarding the stock market, investing, cryptocurrencies, anything that you can make money off of, we're basically going to be discussing on this channel. So if making money is something that you like doing, then definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. Now let's get started. What is a 529 plan? Well, this is a tax deferred, and if used for the right expenses, a tax-free investing plan. The reason why it's tax deferred is because any money that you put in this investment account, you won't have to pay taxes on. And depending on what state you live, you might be able to deduct the amount of money that you put into this investing account from your state income tax. We're going to dive more into that in this video as well. But essentially, if you use the money that's in this account for education in a university or college, in tech or vocational schools, or K through 12, or any costs associated with those educations, such as room and board, cost of meal plans, cost of books, or any kind of material required for the education, those costs are typically covered in your 529 plan and therefore tax-free. The plan is essentially an investment plan that's going to invest in stocks and bonds. You can pick which funds you invest in. You can also pick a plan that will adjust the amount of stocks versus bonds. And as you get closer to the date where you're going to enter into college, or the person, the beneficiary of this plan, will be entering into college or whatever education, it will slide more into bonds to reduce the amount of risk. There are also some pretty neat ways that you can hack the 529 plan to help you as an investor in real estate. Stay tuned to the end of the video and I'm going to go over one of those amazing hacks. Now there's this website, savingforcollege.com, where you can look up the eligible institutions for the 529 plan. And I'm just going to be looking at the state of PA because I just want to show you the wide range of educational choices that are covered by a 529 plan. As you can see here, we have Albright College. This is a typical university, but we also have Academy of Vocal Arts. You can see that we have Allstate Career School. We have Altoona Beauty School. We have American Barber and Beauty Academy, Alvernia. Essentially, almost all universities are going to be covered. Almost all vocational schools are also going to be covered in the 529 plan. And this is just in one state, and you can see that there are 295 schools. There are a ton of schools and institutions that are covered in the 529 plan. So this plan is definitely not only for someone that wants to do the traditional 4-year school route. If you want to learn a trade, this plan will also work for you, which gives the account owner, the person that opens up this account for a family member, a lot of flexibility, because who knows what route they will take in the future. But it's good to know that you have a ton of options at your disposal that are covered in the 529 plan. Now, the type of expenses that are covered in the 529 plan include the tuition and fees, books and supplies, computers and internet access, room and board, special needs equipment, transportation and travel costs are not included. Health insurance is not included. College application and testing fees are not included. Extracurricular activity fees are not included, and student loans are also included. If your school is not provided on that list that we said, you can still use the 529 plan to pay a lifetime limit of $10,000. One other thing to note is that for K through 12, it is limited to $10,000 per year. So if your K through 12 private school is going to cost more than that, then you're going to need to supplement your 529 with some ordinary income to cover the entire cost. You can only use $10,000 per year from your 529 plan. Now, 529 plans are state sponsored, but you don't have to use your state's 529 plan. However, depending on the state that you live in, you might receive some kind of state tax benefit for using your state's plan. Now, obviously, if your state has no income tax, it doesn't matter which 529 plan you use. Use the one that has the lowest fees and the best performance because you're not going to get any benefit in your state income tax. There are also 7 states that offer a state income tax benefit for contributions to any 529 plan. Doesn't matter which plan. They include Arizona, Arkansas, Kansas, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, and Pennsylvania. I personally am in Pennsylvania, so my 529 plan is not a state sponsored plan. And to be completely honest, you should prioritize performance and fees over your state income tax benefit. Because if you contribute $100 a month, the average state income tax, you're probably only going to save yourself $60 a year. And you're going to make way more money off of lower fees and better performance than that $60 you're going to save because of that state income tax benefit. However, there is a case to be made that the yearly contribute limit for a 529 plan, there is none. There is no limit. The max limit for the account overall, most of the time, is around $500,000. So if you are going to pay for college expenses and you have a ton of money in the bank, you could put it in a 529 plan. You're not going to really benefit from the tax because all that money is going to be taxed prior, but you can get a big deduction in state income tax if it's a lot of money and you use a state sponsor, or if you live in a state like the ones we mentioned earlier that you can contribute to any 529 plan and deduct that from your state income tax. There is, however, and I believe it varies from state, a max amount that you can deduct from a 529 plan on a given year on your state income taxes. You have to check with your individual state. Now, with a 529 plan, you can change the beneficiary. Say that you have 2 kids and one of them goes to college and the other doesn't. Well, you can change the beneficiary at any time to cover the one that decides to go to college. If none of them go to college and you have a grandson or a granddaughter that goes to college, you can change it to their name as well. There is a lot of flexibility in the beneficiary. So if you have someone in your family that ultimately goes to college, then you can use this plan for them. Now, what happens if you do not use the money in a 529 plan for an eligible cost? Well, because this is tax deferred, if you use this for something that is not an eligible cost, you are going to have to pay income tax on that. In addition to that, any gains that you have in your account, there's going to be a 10% penalty. So the 529 plan, in summary, is great for college expenses or any educational expense, and it provides a ton of flexibility. It's tax deferred and tax free. So if there's a really good chance that someone in your family is going to go to college, the 529 plan is the best way to save for higher education, and it's going to provide a ton of benefit tax wise. The downside is if this money is not used for educational purposes, then you are going to have to pay income tax like you would normally, but you're also going to have a 10% fee on capital gains. Now, based on the average cost of education right now for a 4-year university and an average 3% inflation rate on that cost, in around 18 years, the average cost of education can be close to $150,000. So if you open up a 529 plan now, that is the goal that you might want to achieve in that plan altogether if you want to cover 100% of costs. But you can also do some other things like just cover 50-60% of the cost or close to that. And then as they get older, you can open up a Roth IRA. And when they actually have earned income, you can use that earned income tax deferred, and then they can use that for educational purposes. But in my personal opinion, the 529 plan is a great way to invest in the future for your family, and that's why I personally use it. Now I'm going to show you the type of options you have with a 529 plan. Now here's a little comparison, and I think this is a great exercise to do before picking the 529 plan for you. The first thing is obviously you're going to look to see what your state sponsored plan is and if the tax deduction on your state income tax is something that matters to you. But fees and performance are going to matter more. For instance, if I was to pick the Pennsylvania 529 investment plan, you can see that my fees are 0.21% to 0.22%. But for the Vanguard, my fees are much lower. It's usually 0.14%. And I love having Vanguard as the brokerage behind my 529 plan because they have so many funds that have very low fees. That gives me a lot of flexibility as an investor to pick the kind of funds that I think are going to outperform. In addition to that, if you take a look at New Jersey and you take a look at their fees, it's 0.5% to 0.74%, which is much, much higher. And that's going to add up to a lot more money than the amount of money that you would save on your state income tax. And if you take a look at the offerings that Vanguard has for their 529 portfolios, you can see that there's a money market portfolio, a US bond portfolio, a balanced portfolio. And here is where I think you're going to see the most amount of growth, and that is in US stock portfolios. You can do the 500 index. This is the S&P 500. It's a large cap blend at 0.13% expense ratio fees, which is very, very low. You can also do an aggressive growth portfolio, which is again large cap stocks. You can do a growth index, mid cap, small cap, total stock market, US growth, value index, Windsor portfolio. You can even do an international bond portfolio and an international stock portfolio. And you can mix and match. You don't need to go 100% in one portfolio. You can put 50% in the 500 index. You can also put 50% in small cap, 50% in the 500 index, 25% in mid cap, 25% in small cap. Move that into mostly bonds as they get older, and you want to be risk off with this portfolio because the amount of money that you have there is good and it's going to cover expenses. This will give you a lot of flexibility as an investor to pick and choose what works best for you. Now, I promised that I would show you a hack of the 529 plan for real estate. We're talking about rental properties, and this is really neat and something that I personally might do in the future. Now, if you don't know, a 529 plan will be used or can be used for expenses on room and board, including off-campus apartments. Now, the amount that it will cover will vary per college, and the student needs to be going for at least half time for that semester. The amount covered by the college will be specified by the college as room and board allowance. This value is going to be a very good number and comparable to what rent is being charged in that area. Now it's time for the hack, and I think that this is really cool. Say you were interested in buying a rental property. You have money saved up in your personal Roth IRA or just in your bank account, and you're ready to invest in real estate. What you could do is you could purchase a rental property under an LLC that is off campus. Your beneficiary then can live at that unit, and you can use money from the 529 plan, pay your LLC. This is tax-free money, and help pay off the mortgage. In addition to that, if the unit is more than just one person, you can have other people and rent it out to them. Great cash flow, and a good portion of that money is going to be tax-free money that you already saved, and that's going to help pay down your mortgage. When I read this, I thought this was a really, really unique hack and something that I might be interested in doing if the opportunity presents itself in the future. Now, mi gente, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. If you like this content, please consider hitting that subscribe button, ringing that bell, and smashing that like button. Also, please consider joining the private Discord by joining the Patreon. It's a community of over 500 investors where we learn together, grow together, and make money together. It's a huge chat room where we're all collectively going over ideas on how we can make money investing. So if that floats your boat, then definitely consider joining the Patreon. A link is provided down below. Outside of that, I thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, feel free to ask on the Discord. Otherwise, I'll catch you on the next video. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. And this is We Are Investing, and together we are invincible. See ya.